A plane vanishes from radar. No trace. Passengers, crew, and pilot gone as if they never existed. Search teams scour the area for years but find nothing. Authorities close the case. But exactly 37 years later, that same plane suddenly lands at an airport. The passengers are bewildered, terrified. For them, only a few hours have passed, but for the world, nearly 40 years. How is this even possible? July 21st, 1955. Pan American Flight 914 takes off from New York, bound for Miami. On board are 57 passengers and 4 crew members. Shortly after takeoff, the plane disappears from radar. At first, it's thought to be a technical issue, but as hours pass, the truth becomes clear. The plane has completely vanished. No wreckage, no distress call, no trace at all. One of the greatest aviation mysteries in history begins. Search and rescue teams are deployed immediately. The Atlantic Ocean, the Caribbean, all possible routes are scanned, but nothing is found. The families of the passengers wait in agony. Eventually, authorities declare the plane crashed. Yet, no one ever finds any wreckage. As years go by, the incident fades into history. Families mourn their losses, but then a miracle happens. Exactly 37 years later, July 21st, 1992, an extraordinary event occurs at Caracas Airport in Venezuela. Air traffic controllers hear a request for landing from an old aircraft. The model and information match an outdated Pan American plane that had been decommissioned for decades. At first, they think it's a prank, but the plane is real, and it lands. Airport staff rush toward the aircraft, but what they find is beyond comprehension. The pilot, Captain John, is in a state of panic. "We were flying to Miami, but suddenly we got lost in the clouds. Our radio went silent. And now, where are we?" he exclaims. Authorities are stunned. The pilot insists he is from 1955. Even more astonishingly, the passengers still believe they are in 1955. They haven't aged a day. It's as if they were frozen in time. How can this be? How do scientists explain this phenomenon? Some experts propose that the plane entered a time vortex. A kind of time displacement occurred, suspending the aircraft in another dimension for 37 years. But the real question is, how did it return? And why precisely after 37 years? The onboard clocks and devices still show 1955. When authorities inform the passengers that it is now 1992, they panic. For them, only a few hours had passed, but for the world, it had been 37 years. Authorities detain the aircraft and passengers for examination, but then something even stranger happens. The pilot restarts the engines, and suddenly, the plane takes off again. Without communicating with any control tower, it vanishes once more. And this time, it is never seen again. What does this mean? Did the plane truly travel through time? Or is there an entirely different reality at play? Scientists are still trying to explain this event. But one thing is certain. Flight 914 remains one of the greatest mysteries in aviation history. So, is time travel truly possible? If this incident is real, could other lost flights one day return? If you love real and mysterious stories like this, subscribe to my channel and share this video. Let's uncover even greater secrets together